Passed peacefully at the age of 96, and the crown has been passed on to the new monarch, King Charles III. Good evening, I'm Bailey Bates. Chris Radcliffe has the night off. For much of the world, she was simply the Queen. She was born into the royal family in 1926, spending her entire life in the public eye. She became Queen at 26 years old following the death of her father, King George VI. During her reign, the Queen visited dozens of nations and served as the head of Great Britain's military in times of strife. Buckingham Palace announced she died at Balmoral Castle, her summer residence in Scotland, where members of the royal family had rushed to her side after her health took a turn for the worse. NBC's Kara Simmons reports from London.
Good evening. We are witnessing extraordinary scenes here outside Buckingham Palace. There are crowds in the street behind me there, silence, a kind of somber atmosphere, and every now and then cheers and applause go up as people do whatever they can do to try to pay respects to a monarch who reigned for 70 years. It was just months ago that we saw Queen Elizabeth on the balcony of Buckingham Palace there as crowds gathered here again to celebrate her. Now they are mourning her loss. Charles, her son, now King Charles, describing this as a moment of great sadness for the family. The announcement came today in a simple message that said that Queen Elizabeth had passed. Her family around her, her children and her grandchildren, William and Harry, rushing to be by her side as the moment finally came. It is an extraordinary life, born in the 1920s when wireless radio was the major form of communication. Now in the crowds outside Buckingham Palace there, people are holding up cell phones. And through it all, the Queen was a rock of tradition and yet mostly managed to change with the times. Guys, a really extraordinary life.
That was NBC's Kara Simmons reporting from London. At the nation's capital, the White House and the U.S. Capitol building have since lowered their flags, while the British Embassy in Washington, D.C. set up a memorial for the late monarch. Adults and children could be seen leaving flowers at the memorial, offering their condolence. In a written statement, President Joe Biden said, quote, "Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II was more than a monarch. She defined an era," and praised her as, quote, "steadying presence and a source of comfort and pride for generations of Britons, including many who have never known their country without her."